We crush down or we densify things like type 1 plastic, type 2 plastic, 3 different colors of glass, aluminum, tins. We recycle pretty much every kind of metal there is because metal actually has value in the recycling markets. Paper, as I mentioned, aluminum cans, glass. So again, we crush glass down by 3 colors. So come on in, we'll take a look. Stopping here in front of the compactors, so they're exactly what they say. We have 3 on board. They do 3 different things. So we use one for compacting waste that has contacted food waste under U.S. law. Of course, if there's any food, even if it was grown in Iowa, the minute it goes on the ship and the ship goes forward, it becomes regulated international agricultural waste. So we have to handle that very carefully and under strict laws under USDA. So we have a compactor that does nothing but that waste. We have one compactor that prepares stuff because space is at a premium. We actually compact it down while it's waiting to be incinerated. And then we have one that we use for pretty much recyclable cardboard, like this right here. So this is probably 700 or 800 pounds. It doesn't look it, but it's heavier than it looks. You don't want that toppling over on you. As I mentioned, we have the incinerator. It's actually 3 decks tall. So this is the feeder for the shredder. So to make sure that it burns best, we shred it up into small pieces. 1 deck below us is basically a silo. So all that shredded paper goes into that silo. And the 3rd deck down is where the actual firebox is, the picture that I showed you. Okay? So that's just how they feed it. This is a sorting table. They look through there, make sure there's no batteries or hazardous materials or glass or anything that's recyclable, because we want to recycle that. We don't want that accidentally go in the incinerator. Okay? We have a densifier. Again, we put aluminum, we put tin cans, we put the plastic bottles, because remember, we want to reduce the volume. So if I have a glass bottle or I have an aluminum can that's not crushed, it takes up this much space. If I crush it down, it takes up about as much space as a deck of cards. So everything gets crushed in one way or another. Right? We have a cold room, so you can imagine, you know, thousands of people drinking sodas and beers and things like that. We crush that down, and if we don't keep it cold, it'll start to grow. The thing will come out of it. So we keep it cold so we don't get a lot of odors and bacterial growth. We also keep things like cooking oil, again, same thing, so it doesn't start to turn rancid. We can keep solvents in there to keep the vapor pressure down if we're at paints or lacquer thinners or anything else like that from a safety side as well. And it'll get landed to a hazardous waste vendor. Okay? Densifier, cold room, glass crushers. So again, we crush it down by color. It may be that the person who takes it just says, I'll throw it all together, but we crush it separately until they tell us to do so. Oh, here, take some earplugs.
An earplug.
So typical oily water separator, static separator, and the white boxes are over here.